What is up, folks? This is Ericast, and welcome back to Minecraft. Alright, so a little different scenery than we've been having lately. I have come to the Nether in search of a few specific things. So, as you saw in the windmill build, I'm going to be building a lot in Blackstone, Scoria, or Dark Scoria. And that's actually not Scoria, but that's what we make it out of. What is that other thing called? I need diorite to make it. And it is called, you see how prepared I am, which is not very, apparently. I thought I was, but now my mind's drawing a blank on what it's called. Use it to smelt. Okay, dolomite. There we go. So I just harvested a set of crops and didn't put them in the bag. That's fine. But yeah, so those are the things that I'm after on this trip, and I'm going to be spending quite a while farming because I'm going to need a lot of them, which is unfortunate, but we are going to have to destroy a significant amount of what you see. Thankfully, it's the Nether, and this is Minecraft, and there is a lot, and I have just barely explored. Like, this is actually hours and hours of exploring, but I mean, even seeing the small amount of space that we've got going on here, which is less than, I'm gonna say 1,000 cube, but that's not quite correct. It's less than 2,000 blocks, less than about 1,500, I guess. 1,600, 1,700, something like that. But anyway, it's Minecraft. There's a ton of room, especially when you're not on a server. So since it's a single player, I can destroy as much as I want. It's not going to affect anybody but me. I guess that's a good thing. I actually really like playing on servers, but this is not that. All right. So anyway, I am going to be mining up a bunch of this, and then when I am done, probably in several hours, we'll get back to it. I actually might take a break in between and record some other stuff before I finish doing this, because let's be honest, I probably won't be finished doing this for some time. But actually, you know what? While I'm making my way over there, because I need that more than I need the dark stone at the moment, I'll talk to you a little bit about what I'm planning, because I don't know that it's really apparent, and I have not said up until this point. Oh, I didn't realize you guys spawned over here. Interesting. I'm constantly finding out new things about what's all changed. I've got an infinity on my bow now, so I'm going to leave around fiery arrows all the time. But anyway, so what I'm thinking is, all right, the aesthetic is wrong, but if you take a look at The Hobbit and the city of Dale, and oh crap, what is the dwarven city's name? I can't remember, but you know, the Lonely Mountain. If you look at the way that those two cities interact, as in the city of Dale was a trade city that was based largely off of its location and closeness to the Lonely Mountain and to the surrounding landscape and all that kind of stuff. And then you had the dwarves who, you know, were miners and crafters and created all sorts of things underground. Well, I am going to have a city that's underground. That's my mine city that I've talked a little bit about. So I'm going to have that, but I'm also going to have a city on the surface that's in the mountains that we've been building around that is more like I'm not going to say steampunk, because that's not really this complete aesthetic that I'm going for. It sounds like a wolf. And that sounded like a skeleton. What the heck are these things? And that sounded like a cat. What the heck have I walked into? All right, Wraiths, you are really creepy. Like, really, really creepy. What are it? Soul beads? I'm going to go back over here. I liked my another thing. Anyway, so that's kind of the aesthetic that I'm going to go for, is a steampunk slash like skypunk setting that's strongly influenced about what's mined out of the mine, which is going to be a lot of these like blackstone and scoria and our dolomite, which is kind of a marbly looking material. So there's going to be a lot more stone than some of your wooden structures that sometimes you see. When people say steampunk, they mean a whole range of different things that aren't even steampunk. So that's why I don't really want to use the term steampunk, is because it can be incredibly misleading. Like some have a lot of stone architecture that can be classical in nature. It can be like Victorian, I've seen, or it can be a lot of like your two-story European houses that you see you find in a lot of cities, um, whether modern or um, the kinds that blanking on the term of the architecture, but it's where it has like the stone bottom and then your upper stories are made of wood. Um, you'll see that kind of thing. It's really all over the place. So what I'm saying is you'll see a lot of airship docks and airships, of course, and all that sort of thing, with an influence of being from these different stones that you will have mined out of our quarries underground. So it's a big project, and it's going to take me a while. But the reason that I'm undertaking this is that this mod pack is based in a patch that is current to Minecraft. So where in the past we've had modded packs that have been based off of past patches, having a current patch means that this mod pack will be going for a long time and will be current for a long time. So I'm really looking forward to setting up a project that's going to last and have a future to it. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. But to really get going, I need to be doing a lot of farming, and not just mineral farming. So I've done a lot of strip mining, and I really need to show you guys how many caves I've lit up under our base. I might go into spectator mode and show you guys all that because it's crazy. Um, but I've done it, and I've had fun doing it. Just put on a podcast or watch some YouTube videos, and just sit back and relax. I actually enjoy doing that quite a bit. I know a lot of people don't, but I just enjoy just relaxing and going mining sometimes. I don't know, it's kind of chill. But anyway, I will see you guys in a little bit after I've done some work. So, I've actually done a lot more than it looks like here. So this was all the way up one block from the roof. I don't know if you guys saw it before I came up here and deleted it all. And that was also like 3 or 4 deep. So yeah, I've done a little bit of work. I had to go and kill some things to repair my shovel, but yeah, I've done a decent amount of work, and it's going to be a drop in the bucket for what I need, because I will probably need to take care of all of this. Now, there's a bunch up there, but it's going to be really hard to get. I mean, to be honest. So if I do end up getting it from up there, I'll probably leave the bottom layer and then get to, the layers between it and the netherrack above it. But I can just keep going. As I showed you in this, there is a lot. Where am I? I think I'm up over here. I don't. Maybe you guys can see my little character. Oh, here it is. But yeah, I'm right here. Little red thing right there. And there's all of this down here and all of this over here. So I don't really need to go through the pain of going into the ceiling unless I just really want to, which I might, to be fair. I mean, it is kind of fun just deleting a zone. But it also makes it a lot harder to, get it if it's on the ceiling. So, I mean, if we have the ability to fly, which this pack doesn't really have a lot of options as far as like true flight goes, it does have some options. And if we go to the end, in the Ender cities, there are orbs that we can fly with. They give us flight time, 5 minutes at a time. But those do stack, so that's an option. But yeah, as far as other things though, it's not really. There are not a lot of options at this point. There might be in the future, and I imagine there probably will be, but just right now, not right now. So I didn't actually say anything about it, but I hope you guys liked the new intro and the new logo, and the hopefully new. It's late and my mind is drawing a complete blank. Not clips, but some word I'm not thinking about. I'm trying to spruce the channel up a little bit. I haven't really done a lot. I would say I've done a lot in the past, but I know I used to have intros per series. And to be quite frank, I hated making them. I really did. Like, they usually turned out pretty good, but I usually had to put so many hours into making them that I put off making the series, or at least publishing the series, until I could make something I was happy with. So I would postpone doing a series until I could make an intro I was happy with. Now with just a standard one, I think that would help quite a bit in dealing with that problem. It's definitely a personal problem, but I'm actually. Oh goodness, that was loud. I may have to change the sound. It may also be my speakers that I'm dealing with. That was extremely loud. Holy cow. But anyway, hopefully you guys like them. Let me know in the comment section. But yeah, so I'm going to head back to base. Oh, another thing real quick. I have unfortunately decided I like Darkstone better than I like Blackstone. Now, where is Darkstone from, you ask? It is from a mod called Forbidden Arcanus. At least I think that's what it's called, right? Yeah, Forbidden and Arcanus. And it's much harder to find. But, I mean, I already had to go after Diorite to be able to make Dolomite anyway, so... What? Alright, look, I know you're the spirits of, dead animals and whatnot, but... Llama? Goodness gracious. But anyway, so... Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that kind of thing. And as far as finding it goes, I think it's near Bedrock, but that might be Blackstone. I know you can find Scoria, which is something that I was making from these. You can turn this into Scoria, or you can find it in the world, and it is much easier to just turn this into it than it is to find it. So it actually occurs in very large patches. But if I can come in here and just, smelt it up later. That's extremely simple. So that was why I came to do all of this. And of course to mine the blackstone, but we're going to do darkstone instead now. So I'm going to have to figure out exactly how I get the materials that I want, because I might find a problem in actually finding those materials. It may just require more work on my part, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure out something. But anyway, I am going to head back to base, which is off in that direction, in for another portal, and I will be back with you guys in just a minute. Okay, so as you can see, I've gotten a little bit of soul sand and soil, which I can actually turn into soul sand, which is interesting, but it takes another smelt, so that's a little unfortunate. But 5.2 thousand of one and 3.7 of the other, plus a little extra in change. So we've got a good start on that. I'll probably need more in the future, but that's okay. But like I said, we've gotten a good start, and then we do have some just plain old scoria in here. The problem is, to get dark scoria, we're going to need dye. So dark score. So yeah, so you can see we need black dye. So that's a bit unfortunate, but we'll get it. We'll get there. Is there any special anything I can do with a rose? That's not exactly rare, is it? But yeah, just looks like ink sacs and stuff is really the only way. I guess we could do that. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, so I need to get to smelting some of this stuff. I'm going to have to figure out a better setup than this. It's obviously pretty basic. I've just got a diamond chest feeding from a hopper into there. So there are definitely better ways to do it. Oh, and I did switch over to energy cables just because I wanted to keep my energy in one mod. It tends to, well, I won't say it always works better that way, but you don't have to worry about it as much. But yeah, we've got all our power production going from power. And we've got our production, our smelting and enriching and all that kind of stuff done through mechanism at the moment. But that'll change in time. Maybe I'd probably stay with these mods for a while. Actually, I never showed you that I upgraded these. So off screen, because they were going so slow, I decided to go for some upgrades. So I went for some muffling upgrades. I've got 3 out of 4, because I still wanted to hear them, but they were really loud. And I like to keep the sound on if I can. Interesting. And I put in some speed upgrades. So I've got 4 out of 8. And some energy upgrades. I've got 8 out of 8. And to get these upgrades, I'll just run you guys through it pretty quickly. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, I'm trying to hold down my delete key, but it wasn't deleting. All right, so mech. And up here, we've got our speed upgrade. So these are pretty simple. All you do, you fill up your infuser over here with redstone by sticking it in this slot. And then you stick in some iron. It's super simple. And then you just use some other stuff. So osmium dust, I just ground up some osmium in here and didn't let it flow into our factory, our smelting factory. That way it just stayed a dust. So you just need osmium dust for that one, for the speed upgrade. You need, was it gold? Yeah, gold dust for your energy upgrades. And for the muffling upgrade, you need steel dust. So I just stuck my steel in here and it made what it was supposed to make. So they're super simple and easy to make, and I would highly recommend it, because even though this is a lot faster than just doing it with stone furnace, or I mean, iron furnaces are actually a thing in certain mods. I have used them before, but it's nice when you can upgrade the speed, especially if the energy production you've got can handle it, which this can, thankfully, especially with your energy upgrades. So 10 times more efficient. That's quite a bit better, especially since I think the speed upgrades actually make it less in it or make it more inefficient. It's probably like per tick, I imagine. So if you speed up the ticks or speed up the processing, if that makes sense, it'll. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And actually, that wondering what this did, I can show you how to install the upgrade. Just stick it in that slot, and then it'll go in. So that's that. But I need to. I mean, I could just move this over and have this like export to the front or the side or something and move that out of the way. But I need to make something that's a little more efficient than just a hopper in a chest. I mean, this is a very large chest, but and it did allow me to stick all my ores in there. I don't think I have any left. No, I've got some ores left. Not a lot. I must have gone caving. But so, oh, I did want to show you guys. All right, let's go into spectator mode. What is it? Game mode. Okay, spectator. All right. So I wanted to show you guys. Apparently, I have some right underneath my base. Oh yeah, I knew about that. But if we go down here, I've got a lot of caves immediately under my base that I haven't done. Holy cow. But if we go over here, I've actually done a lot of these caves. This is... What did I do down here? Oh, this is some of the dark stone. So yeah, you'll find dark stone like this down on the lava level. But unfortunately, it's rather dangerous. But yeah, if we go along, you can see all of the caving that I have done. And keep in mind how many episodes we've been through. We have not been through many episodes, so this is something I would expect of something much later in the game. Maybe another 10, 20 episodes. Or if there was somebody else on the server that was doing all this. But that's why I am on day 206. And I'm only on, I don't even know what episode this is. What, 8? I think? Something like that. Episode 8. Sounds about right. But anyway, I've barely touched the surface, as we can see. We've got a lot of caves underneath us. But let's go back home, because I don't want to do any cheating. All right. So, but I just wanted to show you that. So game mode, survival. There we go. But yeah, so goodness, I've got a lot of work ahead of me. But I feel like we haven't actually gotten much done so far this episode, so I don't want to end here. I'm going to have to figure out something to do real quick. Because most of what I've done is just ramble on about, I mean, that's most episodes, right? But just rambled on about what my plans are and all that kind of thing. I think actually, no, that, that is kind of fine, but let me figure out something to do real quick. And then, that way we can say we got something we got something done that wasn't just mining. So, and even the mining I did off camera. So, be right back with you. Okay, so found out what I wanted to do. Also, these windows are actually pretty awesome because if you want to kill something outside, you just open the window. Oops. Open the window and then shoot it and then close it. There's a spider. Oh, there's another spider. Here's an example. Dead spider. And close the window. Oh, goodness. All right. So I found a way to do what I wanted to do. It's not very elegant, but it'll work fine. So this is a logistical sorter. Pretty easy to make. It is... Where'd it go? That's not it. That's a centrifuge. Here it is. Logistical sorter. So it's just a piston, some iron, and a basic control unit, which is made with osmium and redstone. So it's not very hard to make, but it is a little bit of a pain. I wish I'd be able to just configure these guys, but unfortunately not. That's not how this mod works. So I just hook it up like that, and then I'm going to... I actually haven't tried this, so I hope it works. I'm going to turn auto eject on. Round robin is fine, on or off. Single, it doesn't really matter whether it's on and off, just because I'm only going to one inventory, which is my smelter. And then I've got, I haven't set it up yet, but transporter config. Interesting. Actually, I was looking for something like this. Anyway, output I'm going to have to the right. What? No, that's input. I'm going to have to look at this again. Which I need red on top. Red, okay. And is there, okay, shift, you can shift click to zero that out. So output, I want to be the right, which is side config, input top, output right. Okay. Huh. You can do all sorts of things with this mod that I've just barely touched, so just keep that in mind. But we should be able to, if we stick this in here, yep, travels along, goes into our smelter kicks on, and so does our furnace, and starts smelting away. And then that will go into here, which in turn goes over to this chest, goes through our importer, and into our refined storage system. Sweet. So now I can put my stacks and stacks of stuff that I need smelted in there, and it'll just automatically work. Now, the reason I didn't put this just straight across, well, one, I think you have to have it to the top, but two, I don't want it connecting to the ender chest, so I just did it like that. But anyway, that's going to have to be it for today. I've got our string floating around out there. Oh, I can get through the wall. That's interesting. But yeah, so pretty simple stuff. Now, I do kind of want something. I could set up another chest and a dropper. I could just set up. All right. I didn't really need to do this. I could just have two sets of chests with two sets of droppers and it'd be fine because I don't need anything complicated right now for this because it's not complicated, but it's okay. I don't know that this looks better, but it's not a hopper. And I meant to say hopper, not dropper, which two different things. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. It was a little bit rambling, a little bit kind of all over the place. I mean, we spent part of the time in the Nether, which is actually kind of nice because we haven't really done that. And, you know, just talked about things. So that's kind of what the base of the everything's going to look like. At least the base. I'm not going to have everything made of those two stones. That would be really unfortunate because it wouldn't look very good. Only being two colors. But as you can see, it's going to be varied. I've got my, is this dark stone? I think this is dark stone. It's not black stone, right? Oh, that's Scoria. Okay. Well, now you know what the dark Scoria looks like. It's like this. We've got the dark Scoria. We've got the dolomite bricks. We've got some birch planks and some treated wood planks, as well as our dark wood beams. So we're going to have a bunch of different things, and those aren't going to be the only ones that we're going to find. So I think eventually I might just get rid of this house because even though I do like it, it doesn't really fit with what I am going to be building. So we'll use it as a base of operations for now. I haven't really even done anything with most of it, but eventually I'm probably just going to blow it up, and that will be cathartic. But anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, take it easy.